had plenty of practice.
We both know who's lying, Nikos. And so soon will Rachel and Felicia.
Muster all of your bravado, but you will never be able to prove you were not there that night.
I've heard enough. I'm leaving. He's lying.
Somebody's lying.
I'll get your coat, Carl.
It's okay. You know, Nikos, it's just as well that Felicia finds out the truth about you now, before you become her husband. You had better rush after Rachel. She, after all, is your ticket to polite society.
Even though you spend your days spending her money and your nights with your whore.
You know, there's only one thing that you really understand, isn't there?
I don't think she's breathing.
Murderer!
911, call 911.
Please be alive. And the pulse.
Well, this is Alexander Nikos in the penthouse. Send an ambulance right away. She could have extensive.
I found her pulse.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. They said don't move her. She could have broken her neck.
She's bleeding, please.
Is there anything else I can do?
Haven't you done enough? 20 years ago, you killed my wife, and you decided to strike again?
This was an accident.
Accident! Get out of here before I kill you!
Stop it! Nothing matters now but Felicia.
Nick's putting his stuff in Emily's old room.
Sure, I mean, we could all use it for storage, but Nick, you pay a third of their rent, so, I mean, you can use that room for whatever you like.
No, it's not like that.
Oh. There's the garlic bread. Hold this for a sec. Thanks. Listen,
What?
the salad's in the fridge.
Salad. Okay.
Salad. Nick, why don't you just wait to unpack till later? Mmm.
Dear Lord.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When it's just Tomas and me, we got in the habit of saying grace.
The tradition growing up.
Pretty informal. Just whatever you're feeling. Look, if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
No, it's great. I'm all for tradition. I just kind of missed out on that with my mom. Can I give it a try?
Sure.
Okay, thanks for this great food, Lord. It smells incredible. And thank you for giving me a second chance with my friends, like Sophia and Tomas, who've invited me to share this home. Amen.
Amen.
Dig in, guys. Here, I'll serve. Well, this is some major cooking. You guys do this every night? What do you think? Only when I'm not on call.
Ah, when I'm not working at Carlino's.
When you're not working for Felicia.
When you're not at the lab.
Or when you're not at the library. So, this is or is not unusual.
I don't know what. We end up having dinner once or twice a week or whatever.
We take turns cleaning up and shopping as well.
Doing the laundry.
Toothpaste?
That you always forget.
I do
leave
not.
it on tap
I
all
do
the time.
not.
Yes, you do.
To be honest with you, Nick, basically the only thing that we don't share is the bedroom. He thinks we're sleeping together.
Where'd you find this?
We had a DOA tonight. Jane Doe.
No ID.
None. Young woman in her 20s. Found that in her pocket. And I think it matches the bottle that found in her backpack.
Suicide?
Unlikely. She didn't take that much. Just enough. My guess is that she probably started upping her dosage until she took too much.
Just like Paulina.
You know, I know your expertise is not in toxicology, but I thought you might have some idea.
Let's take a look.
So what do you think, a pharmaceutical lab or a home lab?
My guess would be homegrown. Your lab can tell you that.
Well, Shane, I don't want to get into the reasons, but I kind of want to keep this under wraps. So I was hoping maybe you could,
Yeah, I could give you a discreet analysis.
Exactly.
That will take some time.
That's all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I give you some free, unsolicited personal advice?
Sure. As long as it's free and as long as you know that it's completely unsolicited.
Oh, of course. Go home. Go be with your husband. You need to have time to deal with this miscarriage.
I know. But I'm fine. And I'm not even tired.
I'm sure. I'm sure your body is healing just fine and very fast. But a miscarriage can affect other areas as well. And not just you. Gary as well.
Yeah. I know Gary is hurting.
It's best to deal with this together. A loss like this can really test a couple.
Are you talking about that personal experience that you shared with me?
Yeah, I am. Lyle and I went through it, and we thought we were coping.
So,
look, if I could point at the one thing that drove us apart, that would be it. That was the beginning of the end of our marriage.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, look, we were young, all right? We didn't know how to deal with it. We thought we were handling it. I thought I was helping her, and I wasn't, all right? I didn't know how.
Well, like you said, you were both very young.
Yeah. So, learn from my mistake. Let this bring you together, right? Not drive you apart. You're gonna be a great mom one of these days, okay?
And you're going to be a great dad.
Yeah.
You're already a great friend. Thanks.
Yeah. Go home, okay? Go home.
I'm going home to Gary. What about you?
Me? I'm gonna go check on some patients.
And this mystery date? Did she not leave you a phone number?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, she did.
Well, why don't you call her?
Ah, that's that unsolicited personal advice, isn't it? See you later.
See ya.
Josie,
Yes.
there's been an incident over at the Alexander Nikos building. A fall. Sounds like a fatality.
Sinclair here. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'll be right there. Felicia, go on. Poor Gary.
Well, we like to keep things cheap, simple, but not that simple. Well, I mean, I usually make pasta and lasagna, but Tomas.
Now, Tomas is a cook. He's fantastic.
Well, how about if I order in when it's my turn? Well, you can do that, but it's going to cost you a fortune. Well, I'm hoping to pick up some work at the Herald. Looks like Jake's going to pay me for my article.
Oh, yeah? Are you finished?
Pretty soon. What are you writing? I'm writing about being arrested. You know, trial, prison, sentencing, how people treated me afterwards. You wanted to write about that? Yeah. I learned a lot about myself and about other people, too, and I didn't want to forget. So I kept a journal, which led to my article. It's great, Nick. I mean, and the Herald bought it, too, so don't stop. Oh, I'm not. I'm working on my next one, too. Not so autobiographical.
What's it about?
It's about the jobs students take to put themselves through school, like you two. Well, actually, before I became an EMT, I used to earn my living being a busboy and tutoring.
didn't know that.
I took whatever I could find. But it's been easier since the benefactor paid for your tuition, right?
Oh, yes. But still, I figure I'll never find out who did it.
I wish it had been me. Everything would be a lot different.
Don't worry about it. We got over it.
You sure did. I love this song. Don't you love this song?
I'm gonna go up to my room and I'm gonna read up on some osteomyelitis. So.
Hey, Tomas, can that wait?
Yeah. Now that we're living under the same roof, there's something you should know about it.
This place looks familiar.
It's Jake's old place.
How could you rent it? We nearly had a disaster cleaning out the last apartment.
Total impulse. I know it's dangerous. That was part of the thrill.
Yeah, but you walked Shane up here. What would you have done if you hadn't run into Lila and me? Would you have invited him in?
Definitely.
Man, he's out of control.
I know, Matt, and it feels wonderful. Next question. How far would it have gone? I don't know.
Are you that attracted to Shane?
I like him. That's all. He's still nuts about Vicky Hudson. He's not ready for a relationship, but neither is Hadley.
If you want to go out with Shane, do it as Amanda.
He wouldn't be interested in Amanda. Amanda is part of his daily life. Hadley's not. She's new. She's exciting. She's fun. She's sexy. She takes chances.
You. It's all you.
Don't look at me that way. I'm not schizoid. I know I'm playing a part here. It's just, it's so freeing.
Free. Amanda, you can't risk being caught by your family. If Mom were to ever find out...
She won't. Ever. Look, Matt, when I put on this wig, and I put in these contacts, it's like the whole world becomes something different. I feel alive. Jake only caught a short glimpse of Hadley. But you know what he said about her? He said she was glamorous and beautiful.
So is this all about you?
What?
You took his old apartment.
Oh.
No, are you going after Shane to pay Vicky back for taking Jay?
Oh, come on, give me a break.
You talk about him constantly.
I complain about him constantly with just reason.
Well, wake up. It's obvious you love working with him at the Herald.
I am not attracted to Jake. I never have been. I like bathing him. That's all.
Right.
Don't ever think about becoming a shrink, okay?
Okay, deal. But you have to stop being a thrill seeker. You're terrific as you are. You do not need this Hadley disguise.
Look, Matt, when I walk into a room, it's like I'm invisible. But when Hadley walks into a room, every head turns.
Well, you could get that too. I mean, you're gorgeous. You're smart. You're fun. Maybe you're just putting out the wrong signal.
Everybody thinks I have ice water running through my veins, that I'm all business.
Listen up a little. You're not ice. You're mush inside. No, just let that softness show. Take what works for Hadley and use it for Amanda. But Hadley has to rest in peace.
You just can't wait to kill her off.
It would be much nicer to lose Hadley than Amanda.
What would you do if I ever got found out about it?
You're my sister. I worry about you. You know, if this goes south, Alexander's gonna deny having any part of it. He doesn't give a damn about us.
No, you're wrong. He was close to Daddy. He told me how Daddy used to talk about us all the time.
He's roped you in. You helped him strike it, Carl. Don't delude yourself in thinking that this man has an ounce of compassion for you. Or me. Or Mom. Or anybody for that matter.
You're right here. You'll be fine. Help came in time.
BP-80 over 50, pulse ready, run fluids wide open.
Let them work, Alexander.
Just be gentle. She's my whole life. Please.
Mr. Nikos,
I have to be with
let the
Felicia.
EMTs handle it right now, okay? They'll take good care of her. We got a call about a disturbance. How did Felicia end up through the skylight?
That monster pushed her through.
Pushed her. You saw that.
Yes, and it was deliberate. Arrest him for attempted murder. I'll be at the hospital with Felicia.
Get some crime scene tape and start taping it off.
Let's go to the hospital.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you won't be able to leave.
I need to be with Felicia right now.
Go ahead, Rachel, you can leave, but not Carl.
Why not?
Some accusations have been made. You're gonna have to come with me to the station.
Hadley's dress?
Yes. You like it? Shane loved it.
No, you like it. That's the problem. Let me have it.
You're tough.
I am. Your mother's a wreck, and all you can think about is dressing up and flirting.
That's not true. You think I'm that selfish? Everything I did for Mom.
Yeah, it started out that way. This is Carl.
Yeah, I put it in Hadley's suite so that Mom would see it with Hadley's diary.
You took Carl's date book?
I borrowed it.
You know, Mom could come back here looking for this, Amanda.
Well, then I guess I'll have to dress up as Hadley and give it to the concierge.
It's a little risky, don't you think? Listen, you have it sent to Carl at Corey Publishing. But this is Hadley's swan song. Promise?
Okay, promise.
I mean it, Amanda.
So do I. And in spite of what you think, it kills me to know how much I've hurt Mother.
Yeah, I know. But you're like the criminal returning to a scene of a crime.
Tomorrow, I'll cancel the lease.
Oh, thank you. We're out of here. Let it go.
Okay, Hadley, where are you?
What do we got?
Critical trauma fell approximately 14 feet through glass, 80 pounds, pulse 120, respiration 16.
All right, what's her GCS?
9 pupils, Pearl.
Okay, let's get her into trauma 1. Call the trauma team, stat, get them down here. We need to set her up and stabilize her for a CT scan, intubate, and get a C-spine, stat. All right, move, people, let's go. I'm sorry, you've got to come in here.
What do you need? Equipment, doctors. Is there a hospital in Chicago better for this trauma?
Look, there is no time for this, okay? If you want to get specialists...
Specialists, of course you need specialists.
Listen, we need to get her stabilized. We need to stop the bleeding and
They
make sure
got
there are
here
no
very
internal
soon. They got
injuries.
here right away.
They kept her alive with an accident like this.
Accident? Carl Hutchins tried to kill her. Doctor, save her life. I'll give you everything I
All right,
have.
let me go do my job.
Save her life.
All arrested.
No, I just need to ask him a few questions.
No, can't this wait? I'm not going anywhere.
Sorry you can't. I need to understand what happened.
Well, understand this. Nikos is lying.
He claims that you intentionally pushed Felicia through that skylight.
That's ridiculous. I have to call the hospital.
I adore Felicia. I always have. Has someone called Gary?
No. No, I'm going to do it. So apparently you and Mr. Nikos exchanged words on the roof.
Yes. The man was ugly and abusive. I grabbed a hold of him and... It was an accident. I didn't even know she was there.
Things got physical.
Well, no blows were exchanged. I didn't like what the man was saying.
Which was what?
He lied, he was condescending, and he was rude about my wife.
What exactly did he say?
I don't remember.
Carl, you need to understand the gravity of these charges. I mean, we're talking anywhere from aggravated assault to attempted murder.
That, my dear, is ludicrous. And all that matters right now is Felicia, and for what it's worth, Felicia's fall was an accident.
Felicia's with the trauma unit.
Josie thinks I did this intentionally.
Rachel, what did you see?
I had left the roof by the time Felicia fell.
So you weren't an eyewitness?
No.
Well, that means it's Alexander's word against Carl's. I need you to tell me what happened when you got to the penthouse.
Felicia and I discovered Alexander and Carl on the roof terrace. They were arguing. I left, and I thought Felicia was coming with me. I thought Carl was right behind me. And the next thing I knew, there was a crash, and she came through the skylight. It just really all happened fast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I suggest you get a lawyer. I'm going to call Gary.
I never should have left you on the terrace.
I never should have gone there. I'd never do anything to harm Felicia, you know that.
Did Alexander, you went after him, didn't you?
What Alexander said was expressly intended to provoke.
And Felicia got in the way.
She must have. I didn't see her. Besides,
Gary, it's Josie. Listen, when you get this message, can you give me a call at the station? Right away, okay? Bye. Maybe he's at his office. Yeah, well, he could be out on a case. Who knows? Listen, if he calls, make sure you come and find me. I don't want to hear about Felicia on the news.
Why did you go over there?
it was Nikos who put the whole idea of this Hadley Prescott into Amanda's head. He said to Amanda that he saw me in the Bromley Hotel in Chicago, my hands running all over Miss Prescott. But I confronted him with it. And he lied. He lied brazenly to my face.
Of course he did. He's not going to admit to engineering some plot. Why do you let him goad you?
If a man tells you he's going to burn your house to the ground, and he's holding a torch in his hand, you don't walk away. Nikos came to Bay City to punish me. And how? By destroying my family.
Yes, well, he's made a good start with Amanda and Matthew. How did he ever let you in?
I told the butler I was someone that Mr. Nikos wanted to see.
Who?
I told him my name was Matthew Coy.
Mom asleep?
Nope, not home. Neither is Carl.
Do you think she's forgiven him? Do you think they're together?
Yeah, they're probably in the honeymoon suite at some hotel pledging their undying love.
Why is she so blind to him? Why does she forgive him time and time again?
Because he romances her. He's the father of their children. You know, she wants to believe in him. You know, I know Carl is involved with some shady dealings with Corey Publishing money. I'm gonna uncover him.
How? He fired you. Besides, it's not enough to get Carl out of Corey Publishing or even out of this house.
Of course it is.
No. Matthew, we have to get Carl out of Mother's heart. And then we'll have our family back.
Guys, if you guys want to sleep together, that's cool with me. I mean, when I was sleeping with Emily, that was no problem with you, right, Cynthia?
Right? Nick's not using Emily's room for...
Sophia and I have agreed to take it slow. We're not ready to share a room. You're not...
We love each other. We just need some time. What I'm saying is, we don't want you to feel like you have to make yourself scarce.
But we're all equal partners, right? Roommates. Right. Well, I just know how much you guys feel for each other, and look, I just don't want nobody to be uncomfortable around her. That's all.
No, we're going to be comfortable. We will, as long as we're honest with each other. I don't want to hurt our friendship.
Not a chance. As long as you forget to squeeze from the bottom of the toothpaste.
Okay. All right, I got to crash. Wait, unless you want me to help you unpack.
No, I'm just gonna get what I need for the night.
Okay. Good night. The three of us, it's gonna be great. Good night.
Night. Are you staying up to read osteomyelitis? Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna hit the rack. Come on, Sophia's right. The three of us are gonna get along fine.
I'm fine, Nick. But you're kidding yourself if you think this friends thing is gonna work between you and Sophia.
Josie? Yeah, Gary's on the phone. Have you heard yet? I'll be right back.
I've been calling trying to find lawyers. I figured you didn't want me to accuse Cass.
Not as long as he's in Nikos' pay. No, he doesn't work for me.
He's going to be devastated when he hears about Felicia.
I didn't like using Matthew's name, you know.
You only did because you think he's working for Alexander? Look, I don't want to leave you, but I have to feed the twins.
No, go ahead. You tell the little ones that their old man will be home to tuck them in.
Did you call your lawyer?
I don't have to have a lawyer here for you to question me, Joseph. Nothing will change the truth. Felicia's fall was an accident.
Okay. But let me just spell out what you might be facing here. Let's say it was an accident. If you contributed to it in any way, if you pushed her, or if you touched her in any way that led to her fall, you could be charged with aggravated assault, and that's the least damning charge. But if you acted with intent to harm, then the charge becomes more serious. And if Felicia dies, there could be a murder charge.
She's fine.
Cleared.
Over 60 grams of mannitol and 1 gram of phenytoin. Felicia.
Dr. Shane Roberts, you've had an accident, but you're in the hospital and you're going to be fine. Now, if you can hear me, I want you to squeeze my hand.
Anything?
No response.
Well, considering what happened to the poor woman's face, maybe it's better if she doesn't make it.
You get positive or you get out. We are here to save this woman's life. You got that?
Nurse, what's happening? What's happening? How is she?
We're doing everything we can.
But what Doctor.
Okay, she's alive. God.
We checked her spinal column. There was no damage, so there's no danger of any kind of paralysis.
She'll be able to walk.
Yes, but there was extensive facial injuries, lacerations, fractures, and extensive blood loss.
Well, that glass. Is she out of danger?
No, it's too soon to tell yet. We're setting her up for a CT scan, then we'll know more.
Well, you mentioned that before. Why hasn't it been done yet?
Because we had to stabilize her to make sure that she wouldn't go into cardiac arrest.
Can I see her?
For a minute. We don't know if she can hear you, so you need to be calm and reassuring, all right?
You're gonna get a stiff neck if you sleep like that.
What are you doing?
Glass of water? Saw the light on? Good night.
Okay, let me think about that straight. Felicia didn't just trip and fall. But you never put a hand on her. You didn't push her.
Look, I had Nikos by the lapels. I turned him round. The next thing I knew, she was falling.
All you can tell me.
Look, I've had enough of this. Can I go home?
No, not yet. Was Rachel the only one in the apartment at the time?
Yes. All except for a butler.
Well, I'm gonna need you to question the butler.
Go ahead. But he wasn't up on the roof.
Carl, Mr. Nikos claims he saw something very different. He says that you deliberately pushed her. Now that leaves me with only one credible eyewitness, Felicia.
Then you'll have to ask Felicia, and she will tell you that it was an accident.
Carl, I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to question her.
Darling, you're gonna be fine.
Listen, we don't want to tire her out, right?
Lucia, I love you. I always will. Did she hear me?
I like to think so, yes.
What will the CT scan show?
The CT scan should tell us whether or not there's any bleeding or injuries to her head. Now, if there are, then we have to take her to surgery. Look, I need to be inside with Felicia. I'm sorry.
Perhaps you'd like to hold on to Miss Gallant's jewelry.
Felicia, please. Don't leave me.
What the hell shall we drink to?
Hadley Prescott?
A short but happy life.
How about to us? To our future? The Corey name.
Mother, what's wrong?
How are the twins?
Fine, they're sleeping. Where's Carl?
He is, he's at the police station.
What? What happened?
He went after Alexander, and Felicia got in the way, and she fell.
Is she all right?
No, she's not all right. We don't know if she's going to live.
No, not Felicia.
Whoever started this Hadley Prescott business has cost me the life of my dearest friend.
NBC Tonight, Must-See Thursday is all new and better than ever. First on Friends, Phoebe falls in love with a new client. Will business become pleasure? Then on Union Square, Michael versus Jack, brain versus brawn. How to settle it? With the ultimate chess game. On Seinfeld, what is Kramer hiding in his refrigerator? You gotta see this bizarre twist. Then it's this season's #1 new show, Veronica's Closet, starring Kirstie Alley. She's in big trouble when her soon-to-be ex writes a tell-all book about her. And on ER, a school bus filled with kids crashes, and it may be too much for the staff to handle. Must-See Thursday, still the best night on television. All new NBC Tonight.